19 minutes after 7 o'clock, it is Wednesday, May 20th, 2015. Beautiful. Another beautiful morning. Good morning.
It is gorgeous.
How you doing, Robin?
Good. How are you, Larry?
Good. It is 70 degrees here at the studios of The Source, broadcasting live from the Paddock Mall just outside the WOCA commissary, less affectionately known as the food court.
I know. They have good food in there. I like it.
Where you too can get a bite to eat. Where you too can get a bite.
I know. They love
eat.
Eating there.
They'll
do. Come by the window. They'll wave at us incognito.
I do, and they do, and you do.
Mm-hmm.
We
exactly.
all do. For ice cream, something like that.
I love ice cream.
Let's see. We got a pretty good show this morning.
Custard.
7:35. I think the main thing I want to focus on is this report from CNN that uncovered that there are 4 cancer fundraising organizations that were keeping the money.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shame.
None of them have been on our show, I don't think.
Oh, thank
I
goodness.
Can't think of any of them. So any of you out there who are worrying, oh no, don't tell me, don't worry. If you are on our show, you're not in this list. I don't remember any of these names on our show, but apparently they're big fundraisers around the country, and
gosh.
They have been in existence under the guise, is that a good word? Under the
yes,
premise,
it is.
under the
guise is good.
Under the costume of
means they're doing something shady.
Of being a fundraiser to help, fund research to find a cure for cancer. Turns out they were raising money to go to Disney World and buy nice vehicles and live in nice houses and
oh my gosh.
And big time, very very trusted organizations, and
disgusting. We'll
find out who they are when we get to that segment. 8:35. That's when we turn off our opinion. Now, that one really isn't our opinion, but I'm sure we'll express opinions during that one. But
yeah,
anyway,
we can do it during that time.
we can do it. Our contract says we can do it.
Yeah.
One of the things that is weird about raising money is that you always wonder if people wonder. When we raise money for anything that we've been involved in, you always wonder, somebody hands us a check, and do they wonder if the money... I think the best way that we do it is that we say, please give us a check made out to the organization we're helping.
Exactly. Exactly.
That way, at least, we are not keeping it. Now, I know people have given us cash, and of course, we appreciate it. And
we do turn it over.
See, you had to see. You felt. You see, right there. You felt obligated to say that.
Yeah.
You felt like you had to say that.
Exactly, because that's
it is
what
weird.
We do.
It makes me not want to do it, but when you do it, you help out organizations. Anyway, it's kind of a catch. It's not a catch-22, whatever the expression would be. It's a rock and a hard place.
Exactly, but we still continue to help.
8:35 is when we turn off our opinions. That's when we bring you the news. Simple as that. We shorten it. That's why it's called News Bites, and usually we get between 20 and 25 stories in. Dr. Elizabeth Yoon is she holds board certifications in general psychiatry, child psychiatry, and medical acupuncture. She's going to talk about her book called Spirit's Path, a story of 3 women. It is her memoir. 3 women.
3. Magic number.
Career Source at 9:35. That's Laura Burns' segment. She is the communications manager at Career Source Citrus Levy Mary. Last time we saw her, she was with her handsome husband, Joe.
Yep.
And they were together at the Student Media Festival that you and I were also at.
Last year?
She wasn't there last week?
No, because her son got married. At the presenting. I'm sorry.
Right.
I got the presenting mixed up with the judging.
Right.
That's right. No, that's right. She was at the presenting. 2 parts for Student Media Festival, judging and presenting. We do both, and so does Laura and Joe.
I feel I'm going to say all those things.
I know.
All right. Anyway,
beautiful.
Laura Burns will be here. She's going to. The important thing about Laura Burns' appearance with us is that she will give you information that could lead to you having a better job.
Yeah.
Even
awesome.
a career. Michelle E. May is coming on at 10:05. Michelle is a member of the Mystery Writers of America, Sisters in Crime, Chicago Writers of America.
That's awesome.
And she's written a book called Purged, the 4th installment in the Circle City mystery novel series.
for her fans.
Another Michelle, this one with 2 L's, 1020. Her name is Michelle Lockamy. She's an award-winning illustrator, and she entered her illustrations into the Writers of the Future Award competition, and she won.
She won.
Not bad.
Yay.
I looked at some of her artwork. Very, very nice. Legally Yours at 10:35. That's John Fuller's moment each Wednesday with us. He's an attorney here in Ocala at the law firm of Fuller & Fuller, and he'll be glad to answer your legal questions at that time. Roscoe Butler is the Deputy Director of the American Legion's Veterans Affairs and Rehabilitation Division in Washington, D.C. He wants to talk to us about the VA's lack of accountability and what needs to be done to improve it.
Yeah.
Anthony James at 11:20.
Yep.
By the way, I saw he posted a photo of the Coca-Cola we gave him.
I know. We saw that. I saw that on there. I thought that was
Because
cool.
we found one that said Anthony on it, and we gave it to Anthony, and he had another one that said James on it, so we put the 2 bottles together.
Yep. I think we inspired him to go out to get him.
To get a
bottle
James.
with
Well, James was probably
yeah.
easier to find than Anthony, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, the voice of travel. The voice of travel is Anthony James's segment, and he will talk to us about travel, one of my favorite topics. Today, by the way, is a few different things, including National Coloring Book Day.
Oh, no, I like that.
National Coloring Book Day. It's also National Be a Millionaire Day.
Wow.
National Pick Strawberries Day.
Ooh, I love strawberries.
It's National Quiche Lorraine Day.
Ooh.
And it's National Emergency Medical Services for Children Day.
Oh, okay.
All those things. But anyway, so Coloring Book Day, right?
Yeah.
Our Fun with Joe segment. I think Anthony James is going to do Fun with Joe with us today.
I think so.
And so I have some crayon trivia
Nice.
in honor of National Coloring Book Day.
Nice.
And then with Galen Unold, I have some amazing and curious, weird, and unusual coloring books for adults that are out there to tell you about.
Nice.
Some interesting coloring books for adults. I have not seen any of these. I'm trying to imagine the whole pitch, I guess, is to just give yourself something to do. You need something to do. This is what's wrong with the world. We
I
need
know.
something to do.
Exactly.
Once upon a time, there was so much to do. There was no time to do anything else. Now we have so much extra time.
Exactly.
And people still get annoyed when their email takes, 44 seconds to get to them.
That's right. That's right. 44 seconds, they could be coloring in that coloring book.
David Letterman's very first guest when he began his career was Bill Murray.
Oh, my gosh.
David Letterman's very last guest, they say, was last night. His last show is tonight. Johnny Carson did the same thing, but of course it's a mystery as to whether David Letterman is doing this thing. So what Johnny Carson did was his last guest was the day before his last show, and then his last show was just kind of a recap of everything, and him. It was just basically him, if I remember right.
Yes.
David Letterman's show last night had Bob Dylan and Bill Murray. And so they say that was his last guest. But then there's another article that I saw this morning. David Letterman will say goodbye in mystery last late show tonight. So we don't know if there's a guest or not. It's a mystery.
Oh, gosh.
It's a mystery.
Yeah. Wonder if it'll be on YouTube tomorrow.
Bob Dylan was weird, too, by the way. I watched
Was
the
he?
video. Yeah, he was kind of pacing back and forth. It was kind of weird.
Well, he's up there.
He's always been weird.
Yeah.
Hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He has.
Not that I don't like the guy. I just think he's always been weird. Of course, he probably doesn't even care about me.
He probably thinks he's eccentric.
No, I doubt it. He doesn't care about any of that stuff. What else did I want to tell you? Oh, some things in the news. Do we have time? Yes, we have time. The largest auto recall, airbag maker Takata is nearly doubling the size of its faulty airbag recall, making it the largest auto recall in history. It now involves 34 million vehicles. That's about 1 out of every 7 cars on the road. At least 5 deaths have been tied to the faulty airbags, which have been known to explode and send shrapnel into the face and body of both the driver and the front seat passenger.
What is shrapnel doing in an airbag?
Most of the recalled cars were made by Honda.
Oh, gosh.
Los Angeles is the latest big city to try to raise its minimum wage to $15 an hour. They're not doing it overnight. They're going to do it over the course of a few years. The LA City Council voted to phase in the increase by 2020 to $15 an hour by that year.
Gosh.
And I guess we have to wrap it up.
Oh.
Guess we got to move forward.
Okay.
So we'll continue on the other side of the break. So I have a few more things I wanted to make sure I threw in there. Is there a ribbon cutting you said?
No ribbon cuttings. No.
But there's some kind of, okay.
Yeah.
And then I want to tell you about the CNN report that says the government has found 4, and all 50 states are in on this, 4 cancer charities that are shams. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Steve Rappaport. Cleanup crews working to contain an oil spill off the central California coast. A pipeline burst yesterday, spewing thousands of gallons.
For the entirety of this response, our focus is on safety of the responders and safety of the public, but also to limit the impact of the oil to the beach and to the waterways.
Coast Guard Captain Jennifer Williams. Japanese airbag maker Takata doubling the number of vehicle recalls in the U.S. to nearly 34 million. The faulty airbags blamed for 6 deaths worldwide. Spicing up the point after touchdown.
National Football League owners have voted to move extra point attempts from the 2-yard line back to the 15. 2-point conversion tries will stay at the 2. Another big change, the defense can now return a turnover or a botched kick to the other end zone for 2 points.
Fox Radio's Pat O'Neill. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Fox News on your time. The Fox News iPad app is ready to go with all the great features from FoxNews.com and our iPhone app optimized specifically for your iPad. Watch the latest clips from your favorite Fox News shows. Personalize the app by creating your own newscast using the video playlist. Listen to Fox News Radio live. Get local weather forecasts. And it's all free. Go to foxnews2go.mobi. That's foxnews2go.mobi.
Some people would call him a loser. He ran for state office. He was beaten. He started a business. He failed. He ran for Congress. He lost. He was nominated for vice president. He lost again. But he knew only those who never tried are the real losers. And Abraham Lincoln was no loser. Persistence. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services. When your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements, from damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Your weekends are getting a little retool.
Swear to God, not making a joke.
Check this out.
New shows?
Check. Some new talent. Check. Let's welcome the guys.
Let's get it going.
Arnie Spanier.
Unbelievable.
TJ Reeves.
This is what you get.
Your weekends are on fire.
Because that's how exotic it is.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking, will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
All right, 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Nice looking Wednesday morning. Is it just a beautiful morning, huh? Just
It is
a hint of a
gorgeous.
cloud in the sky. There is rain in the forecast, just a tiny bit. There was a tiny bit yesterday, right? Did you have some rain yesterday at all?
A little bit.
I saw Carol Ann.
Just a tad.
Carol Ann posted that she was in some rain in, I think that was yesterday, in, where was she? In Inverness.
Oh, okay.
And let's see, today we've got, partly cloudy skies with some rain. 91 degrees, the expected high. 69, the expected low tonight. Tomorrow, partly cloudy. Friday, partly cloudy. Saturday and Sunday and Monday have rain in the forecast, but Thursday and Friday don't. Doesn't mean there won't be, just it's not there. All right, let me go to the phone first. Good morning, you're on the air.
Yeah, good morning, guys.
Hiya, Hugh.
See, you were talking about those bad airbags.
Yeah.
I found out on watching television real early this morning that the way to find out if it's your car or not is to go on your computer and dial up safecar.gov, D-O-V,
Okay.
or T-O-V, excuse me. And all you do is put your VIN number in, and it'll tell you whether or not your car is one of those that needs to be fixed.
All right.
Nice.
That makes it easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's safecar.gov.
Safecar.gov. All right, good job. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, you bet. Bye
Appreciate the information.
Nice. Good.
All right, so there we go. One piece of information out there. All right, yearbooks are coming out now for the high school kids, or for all the kids, right? No, just the high school? I don't know.
I don't know what the school it used to be elementary and middle and high
So
school.
just a quick funny thing, okay? Some of the funny quotes. The kids are told you could have a quote under your photo.
Nice.
And you give credit to whoever said it, and it can be you. You can make your own quote. Or
I
you can,
did. I made my own.
Do you remember what your quote was?
I can't remember now what it is. But I did. Everybody, that was back in '72, and we could all put our own quotes under there.
I didn't.
Oh, there's always tomorrow. Not. I think that was my quote.
That was yours, huh?
Yeah.
It sounds like you.
Yeah.
There's always tomorrow. Not.
Yes.
Well, that's a good one. So I didn't have one.
Yeah.
I didn't appear in my yearbook.
Oh.
I didn't appear at my graduation.
Yeah. Yeah, you were
I
busy.
graduated, but I didn't appear there.
Yeah, you had plans.
I hit it out of town.
That's right.
All right. So anyway, so I have some quotes from some what do you call yearbooks? A guy named Jacobs quotes his mom. The quote is, "Don't put anything stupid for your senior quote."
That's funny.
A guy named Joe McDonald. His quote, "No, I did not have a farm."
I like that.
A guy named Christian McGraw. His quote was, "All pizzas are personal pizzas if you try hard enough." That's a good one.
That is.
Let's see. The next one is from a pretty lady named Kyle Francis. This was not like High School Musical at all.
Good for you.
The next quote is, I'm skipping some because they're not all funny. The next one is from everyone. Everyone is given credit for the quote. It's posted near Aaron Greenwood's photo. Aaron Greenwood is a handsome young man. And the quote is, "Dang it, Aaron stole my girl again."
He must have been the Casanova.
Under Joseph's picture, Joseph's last name is blocked out. It says, "I love me a good pancake." Education is important, says Hugh Vo, but big biceps are importanter.
There you go.
Importanter.
Must be a wrestler.
Jure Gonzalez had this quote, "If you like water, you already like 72% of me."
Oh, now how clever is that?
You like water.
That is really clever. I like that one.
Pretty girl named Courtney Cipollone wrote this. You're all going to regret not dating me in high school. And let's see. Do I have another one here? That one's here's one. It's he gives credit to his mother. The quote is, "You're adopted."
Oh.
This is a guy who broke up with his girlfriend, and he addresses it to her, and he says, "Adrian, if you see this, I want my sweatshirt back."
Yeah. She'll probably look too, because girls are like that. She would.
Oh man, I didn't know I kept this sweatshirt. I love that sweatshirt. Here's one from Amanda Cook. She writes, "Future plans: find an old man, wait for him to die, and take all his money."
There you go. She's in that circle.
Let's see. Here's the last one from Tatiana Jones. She says, "I spent 113,880 hours of my life to receive a piece of paper and a handshake."
Oh, gosh.
There you go. I just thought that was funny. All right. So let's look at this report from CNN that says that there are 4 cancer charities that are shams in a rare joint action with attorneys general for each of the 50 states, meaning every single state is in on this. The Federal Trade Commission says 4 cancer charities run by extended members of the same family conned donors out of $187 million from 2008 through 2012 and spent almost nothing to actually help cancer patients.
Oh, my God.
Each of the charities charged were the subject of extensive reporting by CNN in 2013, and in each instance, none of the 4 charities would comment. If you go to the video, by the way, they all are giving him the finger and closing the door on him.
Yeah, they all need to go to jail.
The writers of this story say they were ordered out of the building at the Cancer Fund of America in Knoxville. There was one of the 4, the Cancer Fund of America in Knoxville, Tennessee. They were the object of an obscene gesture by the CEO of the Breast Cancer Society in Mesa, Arizona. That's the second one. So you have the Cancer Fund of America and the Breast Cancer Society. The Cancer Fund of America, trying not to confuse these, is run by James Reynolds Sr. His son, James Reynolds Jr., is the CEO of the Breast Cancer Society.
Oh, geez.
So they are 2 of the scammers, and father and son. Another charity, the Children's Cancer Fund of America, there's the third one.
Oh, my God.
Is run by Rose Perkins, who happens to be the ex-wife of the elder James Reynolds.
Jeez.
He's also the CEO of the 4th charity, which is Cancer Support Services. As I mentioned before, we've had a number of cancer charities represented on this radio show. We do our best to make sure that we trust anybody who we try to give airtime to because we want to help them. I'm pretty confident, I'm very confident that those that you've heard us talk to passed our test anyway, not to say we couldn't be fooled.
Right.
The government says the charities claimed to provide direct support for cancer patients, breast cancer patients, and children with cancer. And the government's complaint says those were lies. They're not, this is what gets me about this. They're not saying that they took some of the money. They're not saying they took an unusually large amount of the money. Hey, we have our complaints. Trust me. And Dan Martone is the best at researching these things. Because, and I won't name the charities that he's uncovered, but the ones you don't hear on this station, the reason you don't hear them on this station is because Dan or somebody else maybe alerted us, but it's usually Dan finds out that the CEO of whatever the organization is making hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And that's not the majority of the money, but it still seems a little weird to be calling yourself a nonprofit and flying around in a Learjet.
Exactly.
It just seems really weird. I mean, some names that you will hear other people throwing around, you don't hear us saying it. And not that we're savvy to it, not that we are, on top of all of this. It is really people like Dan who look it up and say, well, look, don't mention this one because here's why.
Right,
He doesn't forbid guests from saying those names, and sometimes they say them and we kind of cringe. But trust us, if you hear us talking about it and trying to support it, we've done our best to make sure that I just felt like I needed to say that.
Exactly. No,
It's not easy. It's not easy to know. But anyway, Jessica Rich, the chief of the Federal Trade Commission's Bureau of Consumer Protection, says that in all, the charity spent about, are you ready for this? 97% of the donations they received on either private fundraisers or on themselves. Only 3% actually went to help cancer patients.
I believe that.
3%.
That's awful.
All right, we'll be right back with more of this.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Intervals of clouds and sunshine today with a thunderstorm or two in the afternoon and evening. The high today 89 to 93. And partly cloudy overnight, low 69 to 73. A mix of sun and clouds tomorrow with an afternoon or evening thunderstorm, the high 90 to 94. For Friday, partly sunny with a shower or thunderstorm in the area, high 88 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hi, Danny Warfel here. Get moving with Florida Credit Union's fast and easy loan approval process.
Let Florida Credit Union start up a new car loan for you today. No more waiting, hassles, or stop signs. You can even apply online. With a strong financial team behind you, you can enjoy great rates and fast approvals.
It's all about personalized service and a streamlined process.
Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 840-0750. That's 840-0750.
Wow, I can't believe what I'm seeing. Who did this?
P&P Tikis and more, of course. Now I have a tiki hut for shade, and I can enjoy the sounds of my cascading fountain while feeding my koi fish in my own pond. They even fixed my fence and redid all my landscaping. Nice to see a professional, reliable, family-owned business. Yes, P&P Tikis is the natural Florida tiki builder and water features designer. With free estimates, P&P Tikis is licensed and insured. Call 352-877-3307 for your very own tiki hut and more. That's 352-877-3307. P&P Tikis.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
This is WOCA News Talk 1370.
Your source for the #1 sports weekends. Fox Sports, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
All right, thank you. 12 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. You know, one of the things that we really try to do is help people. One of the ways we can help people is to get the word out about what they do. And what the organizations do. We've got so many great organizations. I've said it over and over and over again. The one thing that I take away from the years that Robin and I have done this show is that we live in a community that really does step up to the plate and help out when help is being requested or being solicited, I guess is maybe not a good word, and that's not always in the form of money. Sometimes it's in the form of volunteering. Sometimes it's in the form of, I don't know what else to say there, but volunteering, I guess, covers it all, right?
Yeah, it does.
And so we participate in things. We try to help with fundraisers, as I know most of you know. And gosh, this listenership has stepped up to the plate as a great example of that.
Always.
And you can't be involved in all of them. And every once in a while, there will be an organization that comes to our attention that has something about their name that says, well, that sounds good. You know, I'm not going to say any of those names, but let me just make one up. You know, the Society for the Betterment of Children. Let's say there was a group like that. Oh, that sounds good, doesn't it? And then you do your research and you find out that, you know, oh my gosh, the CEO for the Society of the Betterment of Children, you know, makes $800,000 a year.
Yeah.
And his secretary, you know, makes $99,000 a year.
Right.
And they take vacations in the Bahamas, and well, the Bahamas, I guess,
like
aren't
the
a big deal
elected
anymore.
officials,
But
yeah.
but the point is that you look at that and say, gosh, that's a little weird that we're going to be promoting something like this. They call themselves nonprofit, and yet there are people making really, really good money at these things.
Exactly.
And in many cases, even organizations that do have that red flag go up because of those reasons will still get mentioned, because on the other side of that coin, that $800,000 that CEO gets is way smaller than the $8 million that they donate to, for example, whatever cause that they are representing.
Yes.
All right. While it makes us sick to see that somebody is calling themselves nonprofit and still having a better lifestyle than 90% of the people in America,
Exactly.
it still is something we feel, okay, let's support this one. If it's supporting veterans, if it's supporting children, if it's supporting homeless people, if it's supporting anybody who really should be supported. All right, if somebody's making a buck off of it, we'll try to look the other way. But in this case, the 4 cases that we're talking about from this article on CNN, these people were keeping 97% of the money. And if you're just tuning in, that's what we're talking about. The charities, they're all cancer-related charities. At least that's what they say in their name. The truth is they're not helping cancer at all. And let me see if I can remember the 4 names here. I'm not remembering them. I'm looking them up. Cancer Fund of America, the Breast Cancer Society, the Children's Cancer Fund, and the Cancer Support Services. Those are the 4. So if you're working for an organization that is a cancer, if you're raising funds to provide money for researchers so that cancer might one day be eradicated from the face of this planet, you know, you're not one of the groups.
No, but check out the group you're working for.
Always. Always.
Yeah,
Always.
Don't just work for them. Just
All right.
check them out.
Well, anyway, according to the funds, funds donated to help cancer patients instead went for personal use, often in lavish ways. Listen to this. Donated funds were used to pay for vehicles, so you kind of saw that coming. Personal consumer goods, yeah. They bought stuff. They paid for college tuition for their families as well as their employees' families. So they're all going to school.
Oh, gee.
Gym memberships. Gym memberships. Jet ski outings. Dating website subscriptions. Luxury cruises. Tickets to concerts and professional sporting events, and the list goes on and on and on.
And those employees had to know. They had to know.
And P.S., some of our elected officials do the same thing
Yes, they
with the
do.
money that they get, and I'm not talking about their salaries, which is already overboard in many cases.
Yeah.
But they do the same thing with money that's supposed to be going to fix your roads, your bridges, and everything.
Exactly.
So Jessica Rich, again, she's the chief of the Federal Trade Commission's Bureau of Consumer Protection. She says that most of what we are doing is bringing actions against fraud, and this is about as bad as it can get, taking money away from cancer victims.
Yeah.
There was also what the FTC calls rampant nepotism, which I guess you saw that coming already too.
Oh, sure.
For instance, at the Breast Cancer Society, James Reynolds Jr. hired his wife, Christina Hickson, to be his public relations manager. The complaint states that he also hired Hickson's 2 sisters, her son by a previous marriage, her mother, and her step-nephew.
Yeah, that's, they all knew what was going on.
According to the complaint, Hickson's mother had been a caterer at the Breast Cancer Society. She was hired to write grant applications.
Oh, my gosh.
Moreover, on their tax returns, each charity claimed millions of dollars in donated goods shipped to overseas locations on behalf of cancer patients. The complaint says the charities never owned any of the goods in question and simply paid a fee to a private firm in South Carolina to ship the goods, called Gifts in Kind. CNN says they went to Guatemala in early 2014 to investigate anyone who may have received those gifts, and they couldn't find anyone.
I bet not.
Nobody.
I bet not. The whole family should go to jail.
As a result of the complaint, two of the charities say they will close their doors. 2 out of 4.
2.
Both the Breast Cancer Society and the Children's Cancer Fund of America are being dissolved, according to a complaint. James Reynolds Jr. faces a judgment of more than $60 million in fines, and Rose Perkins, who runs the Children's Cancer Fund of America, faces a judgment of around $30 million. No matter how long you get away with something, when you finally are caught at what you're doing, it makes none of it worth your while. None of it.
Not at all. Be above board.
Under a proposed final order, the judgment against Reynolds Jr. will be suspended when he pays $75,000. The judgments against Children's Cancer Fund of America will be partly met upon liquidation of its assets, and the judgment against Perkins will be suspended due to her inability to pay because she spent all the money.
Yeah, well, they need to seize all of their assets and throw them in jail.
She says, Jessica Rich says, there are few assets left. Government regulators will be lucky to recover even $1 million. That's according to her report with the FTC.
But they all do need to go to jail. They all need jail time. It's fraud.
As for James Reynolds Sr., he will contest the charges in the complaint. The government says CNN has not been able to reach attorneys for Reynolds Sr., his son, or Perkins for comment, but in a message posted on the Breast Cancer Society website, it says, quote, while the organization, its officers, and directors have not been found guilty of any allegations of wrongdoing, and the government has not proven otherwise, our board of directors has decided that it does not help those who we seek to serve and those who remain in need for us to engage in a highly publicized, expensive, and distracting legal battle around our fundraising practices, unquote. So what do you take away from this story? I mean, it's really simple. You want to help, right? You want to help. How many of you already give above and beyond? I don't know what your commitment is. I don't know what some people tithe to their church, and then they do more. They will give to different charities, different organizations.
Right.
And how many of you are confident that the organizations you give to are good organizations? I feel confident about the ones I give to.
Yeah.
And in today's day and age with the internet, you sort of can kind of look into it. But the truth is you can't really, because so much of what you read is actually written by and published by the very people who want you to read the good things that they are doing.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of it is publicity material. News stories aren't really journalistic endeavors. They are, in fact, somebody's marketing skills at work. So I don't know. I mean, even the other day, there was a young woman, and I like to help. I made a commitment to myself one time that anytime anybody asks me for anything, I will do my best to give them at least something. And it happens so often, and it happens to all of us.
It does.
But the thing is this, the lady sitting with her back up against the wall over at CVS Pharmacy, which is my latest person to ask me for money on the street. I gave her $1. That's what she wanted. In fact, she said to me, "You don't have $1, do you?" And I said to her, "Why would you tell me I don't? And then ask for one?"
Yeah, exactly.
I said I happen to have $1, which I did.
It's psychology.
Had $1 in my pocket.
She's using
and I don't
psychology.
know. I don't know. I mean, we've all had the cases of the people who've done that. And then I had a case in Bellevue where I felt so bad for this woman. She wanted some money because she needed to get to Ocala to the women's shelter. And I guess she was trying to get money just for a cab or something. So I gave her some money. Then I went across the street and I got her a bag of Burger King food. When I drove back to the convenience store where I had given her the money at, she was inside spending the money I just gave her on beer. And I walked in there with my bag of Burger King food, and I said, "I thought you told me that money was so you can get to Ocala."
Yeah.
And I said, "Here, this is for you. I hope I never see you asking me for money again." So whether it's somebody who's ripping off the public for millions and millions of dollars, or if it's just somebody on the side of the road,
Yeah,
there are people who really do need your money, and you know who the good ones are.
It's not the people on the side of the road.
Sometimes they are. Sometimes I believe that they are. So it's just so disheartening, All right, we'll take a little break. The phone just started ringing right now. You should have called earlier. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. A broken oil pipeline blackens miles of beach in central California, leaving a slick some 50 yards into the ocean.
Early estimates put the 4-mile-long spill at about 21,000 gallons, but that figure is expected to change today.
Fox Radio's Tanya J. Powers. 10 young people arrested in Canada over the weekend, suspected of wanting to go to Iraq and Syria to join ISIS. And the Chicago Blackhawks pulling even with the Anaheim Ducks in triple overtime.
It took almost the length of 2 full games to decide Game 2.
Pass across to Seabrook. They score! Blackhawks win!
The call on the NBC Sports Network, Chicago defeating the Anaheim Ducks 3-2. Blackhawks center Marcus Kruger breaking the stalemate.
Living in California with 1-1, we're pretty satisfied with.
Both goalies combined for 113 saves.
Fox Radio Steve Rappaport. Game 3 is tomorrow night in Chicago. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Fox News Early Prime, breaking down business news and its impact on your bottom line. Your World with Neil Cavuto.
That's how I do business. That's why I am business.
Bold positions and brash opinions on the topics America is buzzing about. The Five.
How do you think this will set in with the American people?
This will be the pulse of the nation.
Washington insight and political know-how from the best in the Beltway. Special report with Brett Baird.
The epicenter of the political world is here.
The #1 place for fair and balanced coverage. Fox News Channel.
What's wrong with working hard to make our lives and our kids' lives better? Nothing. At Fox Business, we don't have a problem with success. We have a very big problem with those who get in the way of it. We don't come out of the box bashing those who make money, just the politicians stealing it and the bureaucracies wasting it. We're not just sitting behind a desk. We're out in the field, on the floor, with the folks. Because when a story moves forward, so do we.
Fox Business, the power to prosper. Check your local listings.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing service, we also offer fence row spraying. Now is the perfect time to get ahead on weed control for an overall aesthetic appearance. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440 or online at powellgene@yahoo.com. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440.
The unofficial kickoff of summer's here, and let's celebrate by heading to Ford Lincoln of Ocala during their Stay Home and Drive sales event.
Wait a minute. Stay home and drive? What's that about?
What better way to kick off summer than in a new Ford? Right now at Ford Lincoln of Ocala, you could save thousands on their massive 2015 Ford lineup.
And the selection has never been better. You can still get 0% financing for 72 months on most new Fords and deferred payments for up to 90 days.
The choice is yours. Fight the traffic and the overcrowded beaches only to come home with a sunburn and an old car full of sand. sand or revel in that beautiful new car smell.
Oh, you got me with that new car smell, not to mention that sand you'll find in your... Well, never mind. Enjoy all the festivities surrounding this great American holiday, but don't lose sight of the true meaning of Memorial Day. Take a moment and remember all those who courageously fought for the freedoms we all cherish.
Kick off summer right. Head to Ford Lincoln of Ocala for their Stay Home and Drive sales event, where the best part of summer will be driving home in your new Ford from Ford Lincoln of Ocala.
Start by visiting FordofOcala.com. Auto buyers of Fords qualify for 0% 72-month financing. See dealer for complete details.
Buried under receipts and confusing tax code? Let Crippen & Company help. They work hard to make the tax preparation process as painless as possible. With offices in Ocala and the Villages, their team is dedicated to helping clients with corporate and personal